Tuesday, 5th of November. It's just gone 3 p.m. Okay, I mean, the sun will be setting soon, and of course they have to mess around with the daylight savings, don't they? There you go, a little bit of blue. Well, there's no sun reaching the ground now, but there were brief periods in the morning where the sun actually reached the surface. Imagine that. I think there was only one other day, which was a spray day, where the sunlight was reaching the ground, and they just sprayed it away. And by the afternoon, that was it. It was just all grey, back to grey. Yeah, dark and damp. Okay, the last decent day was 2 weeks ago, October. So October on the weekend, was it the weekend? 22nd or something like that. That's the last decent day we've had. And, it's just it's been sun blocking. That's what it is. And if you don't think they are manufacturing all these clouds, even when they're not spraying directly over us, you're missing the point, aren't you? Okay, why does Russia send a nuclear powered ship, a ship basically with a nuclear powered source or some kind of power source, who knows what it is, into the Arctic? Yeah, of course they'll lie and say, yeah, it's just for some community, yeah, it's just some fishing village, ha ha ha. No, it's because they're scumbags, sun blocking, evil grey men. Yeah, they're grey men. They're not other people describe them as that. They are grey, yeah, and they block the sun out, and that's their job. In the Arctic Circle, it's not a pole, there's no North Pole there. You've got a whole bunch of scumbag up there, and what do? That's right, they produce toxic salts to go up into the air and block the sun. And it's the same thing, not the South Pole, because the poles don't exist. Okay, it's the same thing at Antarctica also. Okay, of course the lying scumbags will claim, oh, it's just it's a permanent polar vortex there. So the freezing cold air mixing with the warm air in the Southern Ocean, the same in the Arctic, it's the same deal. They'll say, oh, it just creates permanent clouds. That's what they'll say. But the truth is, there are bases all over Antarctica too, with a whole bunch of scumbags spraying toxic salt compounds into the sky there also. That's right. In the middle and on the edges, there are scumbags, yeah, getting shit sprayed up in the air, dumping bunker fuels into the sea, toxic bunker fuels, which also, so a reaction going between what they put up there and on the sea floor. Some kind of reaction, I don't know what it is. Mike Morales has talked about it, although he thinks it on a ball. And they're doing that day in and day out. And that's one other thing, the IPCC, is it? Nothing to do with climate change. Those scum are all about controlling the energy balance on the Earth. And when they talk about carbon credits, what they're really talking about is, we're going to control the amount of energy reaching the surface. That's what they're really talking about, and that will translate into energy units. I don't know, maybe that'll be the currency of the future. Once they get rid of cash, they want to get rid of cash, don't they? It started with, you're not allowed your wage paid out in cash anymore. And people thought, oh, that's a good idea, put it straight in your bank. Yeah? And to the ridiculous situation you have today, where if you deposit a large sum of cash into your bank account, they question you, where do you get that from? Like it's not yours, like you're a criminal. Bunch of fucking scum. And they couldn't do that before, when people's wages used to be paid in cash, because then you would just say, yep. Well, they wouldn't even ask, because there would be a large amount of cash, because people had the option to be paid in cash. Yeah, so that's it. They want to control everything. And if you haven't noticed, there's been a huge genocide. A population reduction is already ongoing and literally being replaced with foreigners. Okay? I mean, not like in this town, though. Okay, but everywhere else. Portsmouth, yeah, Southampton, Fareham. Yeah, apart from the countryside, it's basically all just foreigners. Okay, so that's what they are. It's multiculturalism isn't accepting other cultures and being tolerant of them. It's literally forcing you to accept the death of your own culture and your own replacement, because that's what they're going to do. They're starting anew, afresh. At some point, I don't know, there'll be an event, a war, and then that'll be the end of this system, and it'll be their new system, and a whole bunch of new idiots, where they'll just keep lying to them. Yeah, it's a ball. Oh, it's just more cloudy. Where they literally control the energy balance of the Earth. That's what they're doing. That's why solar panels will never take off, because if everyone could have free solar powered energy, yeah, then people might one day realize, oh, we don't need these scumbags, we don't need a government, we've got our own energy and we can just do what, we can do things ourselves. But no, what do they do instead? They vaccinate your children and damage them, and mentally damage them, yeah, because that's it. They want people dependent on the government because that justifies it. It's literally like government has become an entity full of scumbags which has to create threats and dependency to justify itself, and it's so sick. I mean, literally creating shit clouds, yeah, to block out the sun. Not what they teach you in school, the absolute nonsense that you're on a ball and the sunlight spreads out. Oh, that's why it's winter. No, they subduct freezing cold air by sending frequencies up there right to the top of the dome, because we're trapped down here. We're trapped with these psychopaths, these friggin' monsters, and they're lying to us about everything. And then the air at the top of the dome expands out. Even though it's still frozen, it will expand just a few degrees even. It'll expand and it'll push down, because there's really high winds up there, and it'll push down the freezing cold air, normally kept up there with high winds, because we're in a basically a fish bowl or dome. Yeah, that's why there's Operation Fishbowl. Yeah, when they tried to friggin' break the dome, didn't they? And then that freezing cold air pushed down out of those winds, and it subducts. And there you go, there's your winter. And just you notice, whenever that happens, whenever it's going to happen, I don't know when, that will be the only clear days of winter. It'll be sunny, but it won't matter, because it'll be, the sun will be so low on the horizon anyway, at its lowest point pretty much. The daylight hours will be so short, okay, that you won't feel the sun basically. And they will allow it to be clear because they need that freezing cold air to come to the ground, okay? Because my winter, it's a ball. It's absolute shit. They're psychos, psychopath, lying scum, and they're literally torturing. That's what it is. It's a human farm on Earth, a torture farm. That's it, a torture farm. That's literally what it is. And the people just so retarded, like a fucking retarded child, yeah? Space, and all that bollocks, NASA shit. That's literally Santa Claus for adults. Absolute rubbish. And they get all upset over it if you say it's bullshit. Yeah, they'll lose their temper even. Yeah, they do, honestly. That's why you can't talk to them about it. Like, literally retarded children, like Greta Thunberg. Okay. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I was talking about the subduction, and then what was it? Something on those lines there. Yeah, something there. Oh yeah, yes. Just to put things in perspective. Yeah, if you think this is bullshit and that you're so, any trolls out there, you think they're the clever ones, yeah? Even when it's 50 degrees in, say, a desert, okay? Just go up a few 10,000 feet. Oh, well, it's minus 50, yeah? Yeah, it's ridiculous. And all they have to do is get that to subduct, and it could be minus 50 in a desert. That's right. It's that easy. All done with frequencies. Tesla technology. Okay, and what do we get instead? We're not allowed to know about this technology. We're not allowed to know, this frequency technology and the ether. We're not allowed to know that, because that's what the scum uses to control this fucked up little torture farm. That's what it is. A fucked up little torture farm with fucked up retards. They're mega fucked up. Fucked in the head. Yeah, and I think that's about it, really. I don't want it to go over 10 minutes. Bye.